Anyway, so the Open Digital Incubator, or as I usually call it, the realization of e-navigation, brought to you by the merry men and women of Open Digital Incubator. You know, as we have probably that we have been focusing on the implementation of the technical services that we have been working on in different committees and also in IHO. We've been using the different building blocks that we have for e-navigation. We have the product specifications, of course, S100 product specifications with the harmonized data. We have the technical service specifications and the guideline for making those, G1128. We have the IEC SECOM standard on the more technical level, and we have, of course, the maritime connectivity platform for authentication and discoverability, which is needed by SECOM, and also features of messaging. And we explained how these building blocks work together quite extensively at our last presentation, at last DTEC. So I'll give you just a moment to recall the presentation from last DTEC, right? We explained things very thoroughly there, how the building blocks work together. So yes. So and now, as you saw in the policy advisory panel report, we have an IALA endorsed MCP test instance that everybody is invited to use free of charge, of course. So it is everybody is encouraged to use that. So we are, of course, going to demonstrate something new and not what we already did. So what is new? What is new is that we are demonstrating route exchange. We haven't done that before. Implementing exchange of S421 data. We also have a demonstration of traffic clearance service. It was just mentioned that this has been finalized in version 1 in the VTS committee. It was demonstrated in last week at VTS. We will also do it here as a demonstration of the building blocks of e-navigation that is bring this to life. And of course, a very important element is that we are also now actually using an ECDIS for some of these services. So we will be demonstrating the navigational warnings and the traffic clearing service on an actual ECDIS. So that is really bringing things forward. And I just need to mention that some of this work, apart from the organizations participating in the digital incubator, we also have some collaborating projects like the Madame project in the EU and the DMDRT project in Korea. So over to you, Julius.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you, Chair. Thanks, Thomas, for the introduction. For the first presentation today, I would like to use our NavUI prototype to show how we envision digital communication to enhance VTS operations. So in this scenario, we imagine that we're on a ship that wants to approach the port of Brisbane. And you might remember NavUI from our last demonstration, where we loaded navigational warnings, and that is still possible. But if we now switch to the services view here, you will see that we also have a new type of service, a S421 route exchange service, which I will now select. And then we can go into the data view and see that we are now connected to the Port of Brisbane demonstration route exchange service. So first of all, we can see here that the Port of Brisbane service already offers a selection of reference routes that I can download and load on my navigational display. Just by clicking on the route, it will show up here. And this would typically be done for route planning before you enter a VTS area, for example. So I'll just make some adjustments here. You may not always like the reference route, so I'll modify the route here. And the important part that I would like to highlight for this service is the possibility to have bidirectional communication. So we have downloaded the reference route from the VTS service. We have modified the route for our specific ship, and now we're trying to enter the VTS area, and we would like to share our intentions with the VTS operator. So to do that, I will just click here on send to shore, and then I have to select the VTS that I want to send this route to. In this case, we only have one VTS registered as a service. And now you can see here in the communication history that I have sent this route plan to the Brisbane VTS. Now, if I scroll down a little bit further, you will see the VTS has already answered. So what happened here in the background is that this route that I just shared from my navigational display with the VTS popped up somewhere in the VTS center. A VTS operator would have looked at the route. In this demonstration, it's not a real person. It's just a very simple rule-based AI in the background doing the analysis and now telling me, okay, there are some route issues here. And if you look at the route, it's pretty obvious. I just placed a waypoint on land. And that's part of the process. So if we send a route to the VTS and they are not happy with it, they can tell us via this standardized service. So I would get this message here that there are issues with my route. So I will just modify that, send it to the VTS again. And then we will hopefully get an acknowledgement from the VTS. Okay, now the route is acknowledged, and we would be allowed to enter the VTS area after receiving the clearance, and we will see more details on that in the second part of our demonstration. So the VTS has now finally accepted our route, and as we can, as the ship, now be sure that the VTS is aware of our intentions. And finally, as we approach the port, the VTS can use the route and our ship's position to further monitor the situation. I just wanted to add that all of this is already part of existing IMO regulation in the ACTIS performance standards. And we now just need to figure out the details and finally implement this, which is of course also aligned with the work of the VTS committee. Last but not least, I would like to acknowledge the great work of the Open Digital Incubator in supporting the development of these prototypes, specifically also the contributions from the German Aerospace Center to the development of this prototype. And I would also like to invite everyone to test this prototype. And just feel free to test it on your own and also use it in demonstrations that you might do in the future to show the benefits of S100, CCOM, and MCP. Just let me know before you use it for live demonstrations in important meetings, because of course we would like to make sure that it's actually working, because it is a prototype and we're actively developing that. And with that, thank you. And I'd like to hand over to Won Hee for the second part of our demonstration.
Sure.
Hi, I'm Won from KRISO. I will show you the S124 navigation warning service demonstration at this. This is our ACTIS prototype, developing ACTIS prototype, and this is our service view. And several countries' service is registered in MSR. So I click this 1 to 4 and I search it from the MSR. Then there are okay. Close. Okay. There is the many service in the S124 navigation monitoring service, and I click the Canadian service, and I click the capability. This button is working means that the S124 service is working. So through the get the button, I downloaded the navigation warning from the Canada service. There are many navigation warnings. So I already downloaded the Canada navigation warning, and you can see the navigation warning in Canada. So there are many the navigation warning. This is the zoom in view. Then next one is the AMSA, the Australian service. And in the same way, I downloaded the navigation warning from the service. Then Australia is here. Yes, so you can see the navigation warning in Australia. Also, the next one is the pin traffic, the Finland service. The same way, we will see the navigation warning in here. Finland is here. Here. Okay, then you can see the navigation warning in Finland. And the last one is the Korea, the navigation warning service. In the same way, I download the navigation warning in here, so you can see our service working properly. So this is the short demo in the service working in like this. So next is the Yuhu. Yuhu is ready.
Yeah, good afternoon, Bongsu, everyone. This is Peter Kim from GMT in Korea. Today we prepared the S212, the BTS digital information, especially traffic clearance service. So before our live demo, Thomas generously allow me 45 seconds to introduce our company. So thank you, Thomas. Yeah, thank you, Thomas. I'll do my best. Yeah. Okay. So we are GMT, the Global Maritime Technology. We are a maritime ICT company since 2002, and mainly focusing on the surveillance and navigation solution. We developed our vessel monitoring system and delivered to the Korean government with the various sensors such as AIS, LRIT, radar, TOD. We also developed the BTS and delivered to the Korean police in Jeju Island to monitor any suspicious vessel is approaching. We also have a dual fuel active support S57 and S101, and we donate our dual fuel actives to IHO to contribute the S164, the test data set. We developed the e-navigation terminal and VPAS, which is a small ECS unit for the fishing vessel. And we deliver about 65,000 fishing vessels in Korea, which is almost every fishing vessel in Korea. Thanks to this equipment, our government can track all fishing vessels in Korea. So we greatly increase the safety of the Korean water. Not only the maritime field, we expand our business category to air, which is an airport ground monitoring system. And we deliver to the Incheon airport and track all the movement of airplane and towing car and any ground vehicle with the AR and VR technology. We also involved in the VDS R&D national project, and our project leader, Jin, named a fantastic name, which is a BOOST, stands for the VDS interoperability and optimal service test bed. We are doing the global test bed. This picture is very complex, but all I want to say is we are wide open for any collaboration to establish the VDS global test bed, and please, especially the service-oriented VDS. So we are asking for we are inviting any organization to join us and work with us. So now I pass to the Yuho for the S212 live demo between fin traffic VTS and our GMT Actis. Thank you for your time.
Good day, everyone. I'm Juho Pitkänen from Fin Traffic VTS, and here we are demonstrating now together with GMT this S212 traffic clearance service to first implementations in the world, I think, at least brought to IALA. Can you please start sharing from the Actis side? So now the vessel is sending a request to VTS. And the message is sent. I show you only one slide because we have very small time limit. So that you understand better, we had the 20-minute demonstrations in VTS committee. So demonstration setting is so that we have actually implemented 2 VTS implementations and 2 independent VTS traffic clearance SECOM implementations, and then all this is used by Korean dual fuel Actis. Today we are showing you only this scenario where Finnish VTS system communicates using SECOM with Korean Actis, and we are using also MCP reference implementation in this demonstration. Then let's see how it looks from our VTS side. So this is our demonstrated UI, and we have here the newest one is the request from Korean Actis, and there you have a basic information, and all these identifications are now shown in MRNs because we don't have a lookup for the kind of human readable format with the Korean vessels or Korean locations, but we can show at least as URL MRN. Then we can process this request now in the arrival. Everything is fine, so they are asking for a berth that is available and the timing is good. So then we can just push approve, and the message is approved. We don't need to fill anything. Sending message to vessel. Yeah, and then you can see the acknowledgements here. Is it received using SECOM, or is it also processed by the user? So these are the two different SECOM acknowledgements, and yeah, now it's processed. And then we proceed to next use case, which is departing vessel. So can you please send a request for departure from the vessel? Okay, and I switch over here. So we have a request to depart. Then we can review it and see that okay, DTD is okay. Something like that, we can send it back to the vessel. So we send a proposal to vessel to adjust the clearance. Yeah, and now they have processed it, so they agreed on the negotiation and say that okay, this is confirmed, and they will do as follows. Yeah, this concludes my side. Can you show it once more from the ECDIS side? Yeah, so now we have closed loop also for departure. And yeah, I hand over to Thomas, who will conclude this.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So e-navigation is happening and unfolding before our very eyes.